Interesting news we got today, people. Right? Very interesting news and update. Surprising to me, it said that Lomachenko team is saying that Tank never made a real serious offer, and that's the reason why Lomachenko walked away from negotiation tables, because he was frustrated and didn't feel like he wanted to be bothered anymore with the games back and forth, and that's why he stated that. That's why the statement came out that he said he wasn't in the mood. Now, to me, that's a contradiction from what I was told from the beginning, because I was told from top rank, and I reached out to Bob Arum, and he said the negotiations was going good. That's what Bob told me, that they was doing good. Now again, I don't know if Bob just didn't want to you know, throw doubt on the fight, and but according to Bob, when I told them and the other members of top rank, is that negotiation was good, and that the PBC was, they was working just fine with the PBC, and that Tank was on board. That's what I was told. Said, hey, listen, Tank was on board. There was no snags. But again, I don't know, did he say that simply because they didn't want to, throw any doubt on the fight and the negotiations, any negativity on it? They didn't want any negativity on it. That's a strong possibility. That's a strong possibility. But I've never heard, what is it exactly? I'm curious to know now. What exactly was Lomachenko looking for? Because I don't remember any negotiations with Loma being difficult. When he was negotiating with Devin, from my understanding, it wasn't difficult. When he was negotiating with Teofimo Lopez, from my understanding, it wasn't difficult. So why all of a sudden did it become difficult with Tank? What was his demands that wasn't being met? That's what I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know what was the demands that wasn't being met that made him feel like he couldn't, like, what was annoying him? Was it the date? Right? Like, what was it that made him feel like something is not going well? What was he not getting? It's weird to me. Muscle Up Cat, what's up, Femi? It's weird to me. It's like, what was you missing that you felt like you wasn't going to get from Tank and the PBC, that you got tired of the negotiations and you just walked away? To me, now I'm just giving you my opinion, right? To me, it feels like a cop-out. It feels like, if you felt like he wasn't making a real offer, and why didn't you negotiate? You understand? Like, I'm confused. Like, Lomachenko has never been somebody that talked about money and things of that nature. Now, he did when Teofimo Lopez was asking for money for his fight. When Loma was like, I'm not coming up off my pockets. So either Bob Arum and Top Rank gonna do it, or we ain't fighting. So to me, I have to say that Loma is about his bag. But remember, I told you the way he operates with Igor Klimas and his team, it's like they are a company within the company. They're under Top Rank and Bob Arum, but they operate as their own entity under them, if that makes sense, right? And so I'm curious to know what looking for that Tank wasn't, or that he couldn't negotiate. You understand? Like, why did he go away from the negotiation table so stern that he felt like, I'm not going to get what I'm looking for, so I'm out? Why did he take his ball and go home? That's what I want to know. Like, what was What were they not offering him that made him say, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Did he feel disrespected? From what I'm told, it's like he felt like they never made a real offer. And I'm like, obviously they're not giving me so much details, but what's a real offer not being made? You understand? Like, what was missing so much, so drastically? Were they that far apart? Because from my understanding, when I talked to members from Top Rank, they wasn't that far apart on anything. And they told me that they were surprised how flexible Tank was. So again, were they just saying that because they didn't want any information to get out that Tank's team was playing hardball, or if any information came out that Tank was being unrealistic in the negotiations, that it would fall apart? Is that what it was? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's odd to me. It's weird to me. It's strange. Like, I don't get it. I just simply don't get it. Like, why is it not happening, right? And so, I don't get the it's called negotiations, right? Work it out. You think what I'm saying? Like, it's negotiations, right? Work it out. Fix it, get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's a big fight, it's a legacy fight for both guys. Get it done. I thought it was quite strange. It makes sense to me now that they're saying that they wasn't happy with the offer or whatever the case may be. And Lomachenko, now it makes sense why Lomachenko would say, I'm not in the mood, because that didn't make sense to me at all. Bro said he wasn't in the mood, and I'm like, you not in the mood is ridiculous. But now it makes more sense if he's saying he wasn't in the mood for the games. He's not in the mood to fight Tank Davis because it's a lot going on with the negotiations to where he don't feel that he's making no progress, and he just don't feel like he's not up to it to play these games with him right now. So maybe next year. Again, like I said, it's negotiations, right? Why would Tank offer you the sun, moon, and stars? There's no need. If that too be the case, if that was the case, why would he offer you the sun, moon, and stars? For what? Why am I offering you the sun, moon, and stars? Right? It's called negotiation. So I'm going to offer you whatever you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off low. If I ain't gotta pay you, I ain't gonna pay you much money. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, you can come back and be like, hey, come on, man, that's a joke. X, Y, and Z. Hey, you know, the starting point for me is here. You understand what I'm saying? And then at some point in time, you meet in the middle. And as the B side, you obviously, you shoot for the stars and hope that you land on the moon. That's how it works. Shoot for the stars and hope that you land on the moon. And if you don't get the stars, you, at the very least, you land on the moon, but you left Earth. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the thing about the negotiations. Why not just negotiate? They had plenty of time to figure it out. This was still in July. It was still in July. They wasn't fighting till November. They had till September. So to me, it was no reason for him to walk away, because you had until September. But maybe Lomachenko feel like, you know what? I called this bluff. I pushed for it. He never was going to come around. And maybe Loma was like, hey, I seen the writing on the wall. This dude was never going to truly look to really make a real offer. So you know what? I'm out. Maybe Loma felt like that. Because remember, they were negotiating, according to Bob, since May. late May, before he fought Frank Martin. He fought Frank Martin June 15th. And remember, Tank said after he beat Kambosos, which was in May, Tank said Lomachenko's never get past Frank Martin. So that was in May. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So that was in May. So maybe Lomachenko felt like, bro, we doing all this dancing from May and we ain't getting nowhere. We got no traction. We didn't make up no ground. I'm done. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's where we at. You understand? He like, yo, we didn't make up no ground. We ain't getting nowhere. You steadfast. And maybe that's the case. Maybe Al Heyman, PBC. But remember, they said Al wasn't even involved. So I believe it was Louis DeCubas and whoever else was representing the people. Maybe Lomachenko was like, he didn't feel like he was getting anywhere with that representation, and Al wasn't involved apparently. And now they felt like, you know what I'm saying, this ain't happening. Remember, recently they just said Al came back. Maybe Al can get it done. You know what I'm saying? Because here we are, September 8th, and Tank don't have no opponent for November 2nd. It's less than now for 8 weeks. All right? A whole week is gone out of September now. You talking about November 2nd. That's pretty much the end of September, October. My Egypt piece of bus queen. That's pretty much the October. November 2nd. Cali World to Blessings Queen. Boston News DC. What's up, family? So you have no time if you Tank Davis. You don't have no time if you Tank Davis. You ran out of time. Is he even going to fight on November 2nd now? That's the question now. Is he even going to fight November 2nd? H-Dub, what's up, family? How you feeling, my great brother? November 2nd around the corner. Is he even going to fight November 2nd now? Mills Lane, what's up? Why don't fighters demand to get a percentage of the pay-per-view receipts? I don't know, man. I think that fighters, me personally, I think that fighters be so content with what they're getting. Boxing is a poor man's sport, bro. You don't need to go to college. Ray Davis, what's up, my brother? Salute. You don't, Naeem Amir, what's up? You don't have to go to, Isaiah Eman, what's up, family? You don't have to go to college. It's a poor man's sport. Get up, you can get up off your couch as a teenager, take up the sport of boxing, and become a multimillionaire. I mean, it's well documented. How many professional boxers you have degrees and went to college? Like, they don't have none of that. Asian Coffee and Gaming, what's up, family? And Gambling, what's up? You understand what I'm saying? Mr. Big Play Bray, what's up? Robert Chandler, what's up, family? Victor Recaro, what's up, family? D-Boy Dad, what's up? I think all too often, Trap, what's up, family? I think all too often, he said, you really think Tank didn't make an offer to Lomachenko negotiate with Tank before he needed a break? Here's the thing about the sport of boxing, right? Fat and Bankrupt, what's up, family? Here's the thing, right? We have to understand. Trapping E Biggie, what's up, family? Boxing session TBS, my brother Kyle in the building. What's up, family? Salute. So here's the thing about the sport of boxing that you got to understand, right? We attach. It's just I say this every stream, every day. You know, it's like very just repetitive, right? Jimmy Bernard, what's up, family? The Pull-Out Bandit, what's up, family? So here's the thing, right? We gotta stop attaching ourselves. When it's our favorite fighter, it just makes it non-believable. Like, these dudes not superheroes. You understand? Young Earl, what's up? They're humans that have heart the size of cities. You know what I'm saying? They got kahunas, they got hearts the size of cities. You know what I'm saying? They're dogs, but they're human beings, bro. They're human beings. So we got to stop putting it putting ourselves in the mindset that ain't no way I'll fight a. Why wouldn't he? He in the same business as everybody else. He put on his boots like everybody else. Yeah, Tata, no Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? Yoni Craft TV, what's up? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? They just like everybody else, bro. And so it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, and then it gets dismissed, like the brother said, do I think that Tank? It's not, Tank ain't negotiating. Tank ain't negotiating with nobody. He gives the final yes or no. You understand? What I mean by that is that they bring it to Tank and say, and they're gonna tell Tank, advise, here's what he want. We don't advise you to accept this. Now, if he listened to his team and don't go with it, it's on him. Now it's on him. If he agrees, hey bro, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, perfect example. They advised Errol Spence not to do it, and Errol Spence, I'm doing. What's gonna happen? You gonna walk away from negotiations altogether, and you don't fight this year. So what time did you waste? You know what I'm saying? You got a deadline anyway. Sylvester Simon, 2011. What's up? You got a deadline anyway because y'all have a date in November. You understand what I'm saying? Big G said, you are the biggest hater on Tank Davis. I know, and some of your information is false. You are the biggest dummy that walked the face of this earth, and you shouldn't even be in existence. How about that? Tyrese Johnson was good. Tyrese Johnson said the title was a complete lie. Okay, so tell me what was the truth about it. Go ahead, Tyrese. Since you said the title is a complete lie. Cool. So tell us what the truth is then. You was there? Lucky Showtime, what's up? Tyrese, you was sitting at the negotiation table? Was you sitting at the negotiation table? Was you, Tyrese? Brandon was, what's good? I'm in Baltimore, I'm close. I didn't ask you if you was, I don't give a damn where you live at, brother. Just because you live in Baltimore, Tank don't even be in Baltimore. I'm going to ask you again. Was you at the negotiation table? Yes or no? Were you sitting at the table with Lomachenko? Was you on the phone call? Was you a part of it? You talking about what, because you live in Baltimore. You live in Baltimore ain't got nothing. You closer to him than Coach Calvin and Kenny because they ain't got no say-so. So what are you talking about? So was you there? Did you negotiate? Money Business Management said, was you? No, but your mama was. Goodbye. Deuces. No, I wasn't, but I know them people. Goodbye. Goodbye. Next. 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 You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. People like that, we don't need here in the sport of boxing. Was you at the negotiation table? Was you involved? No, but I know the people. Was you there? Then how you know what they said was the truth? Because they said it? That makes it true? So that because you know them and because they said it, that makes it true. And that makes Loma lying, but you wasn't there? Now make that make sense. You wasn't there. You didn't hear what went on. You wasn't part of negotiations. So how do you know what they said was true? Based off of what? Oh, because I'm from Baltimore. Shut up. CJ Esperon, what's up? He said, Blue, your boy's going to cover the spread against the Jets tomorrow. Don't know, bro. Jamal Rogers, what's good? He said, you're not cool for blocking people you disagree with. Goodbye. Now you join him. How about that? Stupidity is contagious. How did I disagree with somebody that's blocked that? How did I block somebody that's disagreeing with me? Are you not very bright, huh? So go join the club. Go sit at the table with them then. You're not very bright. How would I blocking them because they disagree with me? I didn't block anybody for disagreeing with me, numbnut. That wasn't the point. I asked them, was they there? And they ain't disagree with me, not so smart guy, because there was nothing to disagree with. Because I was defending Tank Davis. Not so smart guy. So if you paid attention, they paid attention and removed the pom-poms and stopped being enamored with the way the sweat trickled down his abs and pay it, then you would have knew that. So what was there to disagree with me with? Richard, what's up, family? What was there to disagree with me? There's nothing to disagree with me with. Pay attention is free. It's the most free, expensive thing in the world. I said that Lomachenko should have kept negotiating. I said that what was it that he was asking for that was so difficult? So what are you talking about? Damian Moron said, you always trying to go against Tank. Okay, so tell me what I just went against Tank with. What was there to debate, Damian? Go ahead and tell us. Tell us what was there to debate. What are you debating, brother? You said, I can't handle debate. I'm going against Tank. How did I go against Tank? Tell us what I said that went against Tank. Blue, when is the next fight? What for who, Queen? Tariq Reed, what's up, family? Salute to Philadelphia. What did I go against Tank with, brother? Go ahead and tell us. Jalen, peace, blessings, Queen. You said I'm always going against Tank. What did I go against Tank with, brother? Go ahead and tell us. Did you read your title? Did I read the title, you dummy? I wrote it. Goodbye. Go sit at the kiddie table. Goodbye. Morons are us. He said, did I read the title? Never mind the title, not so smart guy. Did you hear what I just said? Boston News DC, what's up, family? Scorpio 1176, what's up, family? Boxing fans, the lowest IQ fans in all the sports. This moron said, oh, did you read your title? I didn't have to read the title, I wrote it. And furthermore, you're supposed to be paying attention to what I said. What did I just say? What did I just say? Oh, for sure, it's just a bunch of traffic. These people walking the walls backwards. a bunch of morons. So anyway, back to regularly scheduled programming before interrupted by the Lollipop Gang. Southwest Dice up. Before we was rudely interrupted by the Lollipop Gang. Short Bus Gang. They got all just running around, interrupting the. So anyway, like I said, right? Lomachenko, right? Like I said that Lomachenko clearly was looking for a way out. And these morons talking about, oh, you trying to go against Tank. What are you talking about? I just said Lomachenko was looking for a way out. They can't even pay attention. That's why they're in the bag of lollipop gangs. That's why they operate the way they operate. I just said that Lomachenko was looking for a way out. You always trying to go against Tank. Stupidity is contagious. And they are highly infected. So anyway, Lomachenko should have stayed in the negotiations, plenty of time to continue the negotiations. He had plenty of time they started negotiating in May. So he had time, right? He had, to see if he can come to whatever agreement he wanted to come to, right? And again, like I said, I never knew Lomachenko to make such high demands. So what was he demanding so high that the PBC and Tank team wasn't willing to come up off it? What was he willing to negotiate? My brother, Real Boxing Fact, my brother Big Rich in the building. What's up with you, King? Rich, when I stop, I'm gonna call you. So, what was in the negotiations so deep that now all of a sudden Lomachenko for major demands? I've never known him to do such a thing. It's the B-side to Devin Haney, right? Or did they not mind giving him A-side treatment? Against Tank, he's clearly the B-side. So you clearly have to, and he has to understand, Lomachenko has headlined one pay-per-view card, and that was with Devin Haney, right? So again, it's not like he can. Reality, you're not a bigger draw than Tank Davis, Lomachenko. So you have to know that B-side. You understand what I'm saying? So you know that you're the B-side. What demands could he have possibly made that wasn't being met? I don't understand. Did he suddenly, because again, was he asking for a 50-50 split in pay-per-views? Like, what was he asking for that wasn't being met? And what did he think that wasn't going to be met as time went on? You understand what I'm saying? Like, as time unfolded, what wasn't they agreeing with? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's where the confusion, because Lomachenko is somebody that fights for pride and legacy. That's always been his thing. He fights for pride and legacy. So what was he asking for that was so far-fetched to the PBC and Tank that his demands couldn't be met? I find that hard to believe. I think that simply was looking for a way out. He would much rather, I think that they got to the negotiation table. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think that they got to the negotiation table. I think that his team sees the opportunity to say, hey, let him and Shakur fight. Let them knock each other off and shorten my route to being undisputed. That's what I think, that Lomachenko and his team came to that agreement and was like, hey, bro, why do we have to go through Shakur and Tank at this stage in our career when we could let them knock each other off, and then we only got to beat one of them? Shorten our route, heighten our chances. Right? That's what I believe that Lomachenko did. Because again, like I said when I started off this video, and I said that I think that because there's a contradiction. Because again, when I told the people from the top that they was the negotiations was going smooth. So if everything was going smooth, what happened? Where to the point where Lomachenko was like, hey, these dudes ain't making us off and they ain't serious, they ain't trying to fight. What happened from that point to that point? You understand what I'm saying? Because again, let's say he sit on the show. Loma's plans at 36 years of age is to become undisputed. So now you got to fight Tank. He already said he don't want to fight Dennis Berinchak unless he changes his mind on Dennis Berinchak and he decide, hey, let him fight, put Dennis Berinchak in a big fight, unification bout for the Ukraine, celebrate the Ukrainian fan base and everything that's going on. Let's do that. Unify the belts. That's a possibility. But remember, he said he didn't want to block him. Now, was he saying he didn't want to block him because he didn't want to block him from winning the title? Because he won the title. He already shocked the world and beat Emmanuel Navarrete. So that actually makes a good fight. And if they really wanted to make a statement, they could headline that card and then all the proceeds go to the Ukraine. Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the route he wanted to take. But at some point in time, you're going to have to fight Tank, whether it's November or it's in 2025. And or Shakur Stevenson. Neither one of them leaving the division no time soon. And neither one of them definitely ain't vacating the belt. So you got to go through, you're going to have to go through one of them at some point in time, if not both of them. Because now Tank and Shakur ain't even fighting. And guess Shakur fighting Joe Cordina, and then he fighting Williams Zepeda. So if Tank gonna fight in November, he's supposed to. If Tank don't November, right? And they push it back or whatever, you still gonna have to go through one of them. You dig what I'm saying? You got to go through one of them, if not both. So his best bet is to hope that they do fight at the end of 2025. Well, that means he'll be 37. Because if Shakur and Tank fight at the end of 2025, then guess what? Guess what happens? Lomachenko gonna be 37 years old. And what he gonna do for 2025? Because if Shakur fight Joe Cordina, Williams Zepeda in February, and then Tank at the end of the year or summertime, I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna fight again. Neither one of them gonna fight again before the year is up. I don't think Shakur's gonna fight. Let's say Shakur beats Tank. I don't think that he fights Zepeda, Tank, and then fights Lomachenko. That would be beautiful, but I don't see that happening. And then if you Tank, right, you beat Shakur Stevenson. Now, in the case of Tank, depending upon what happens in November, if he don't get a fight in November, right, and he gets a fight early in 2025, and then he fights Shakur, and now that early fight in 2025 could be Lomachenko. Could he go back to the negotiation table? Do Tank want to waste his time going back to the negotiation table right now? Because if you could do it in early 2025, you could have did it in November, right? If you, let's say he do it in February, you did it in November. Because the reason in being is that he's frustrated with the negotiations and he's not in the mood. So if you're frustrated with negotiation, you're not in the mood, then suddenly you're going to be in the mood next year? It's only a couple months. What drastically is going to change in that period of time that's going to get him in the mood to want to deal with these negotiations again? I just don't see it. So if Tank don't fight him in early 2025 and Tank fights Shakur Stevenson in late 2025, then Loma can wait to fight the winner of that fight in 2026. Bro is already complaining about his age. He's going to be going on 38, and he ain't Terrence Crawford. He ain't Terrence Crawford. And he ain't. And in the meantime, who he going to be fighting? Again, if they got plans to fight each other, then that puts you on the out. So you going to fight Dennis Berinchak? I think he clearly beats Dennis Baranchik or Baranchik. I think he clearly beats him. I mean, he would be the unified champion, and then it's still only one fight, but that means that inactivity. Right? You only fought once, unless he fights a tune-up. He could fight Dennis Baranchik in early 2025 and then fight a tune-up in late 2025 just to stay active. Give somebody a shot at the title at 135. But eventually, Keyshawn Davis is going to be knocking on that door too. Because I'm pretty sure if he not already, I could be mistaken, but because they was already talking about Keyshawn fighting Dennis Baranchik. And guess what? Keyshawn getting ready to fight Lemos, right? That's a tough fight. I think he beats him November 8th in Virginia. I think Keyshawn beats him, right? But he going to fight Lemos in November, right? Keyshawn beat Lemos. He going to want that title, that opportunity that Bob Arum and Top Rank kept throwing out there when they was using that as leverage against Shakur Stevenson and saying they're going to give Keyshawn Davis this opportunity to fight for a title. Now, let me this. If Keyshawn Davis fight Dennis Baranchik and beats him, y'all better hope that Tank Davis for sure beat Shakur, because you will not see an undisputed 135-pounder. You ain't going to see it. Keyshawn and Shakur ain't going to fight. So if Keyshawn get that belt, here's the reason why I think that Keyshawn was okay with going the route of fighting Lemos instead of fighting Dennis Baranchik, as everybody said. Because if he get that belt, it's over. The only hope we have for undisputed is if Tank or Loma beats Shakur, because Keyshawn is not going to fight. So that's actually going to hinder the division. So I hope Keyshawn Davis, but I just hope that we can get these other happening ASAP, so that way once these fights happen ASAP, right, we can actually get an undisputed champion again, and then he vacates the belts, and then Keyshawn, again, no disrespect, no slight to him, then Keyshawn can fight for those belts. You feel what I'm saying? But if Shakur beats Tank or Loma and Keyshawn gets the opportunity to fight for that belt, you ain't going to see no undisputed champion 135. Unless at that point in time, Shakur just decides, I'm just going to go and vacate the belts and let Keyshawn go ahead and fight for the belts, and Shakur just go up to 140. That's a strong possibility. That can happen. That's a strong possibility. That's a strong possibility right there. But again, Loma's running out of time. Everybody at 130, Tank and Loma, they run out of time. They running out of time, man. The back is against the wall. It's like 50 say, you got to do something, baby. They're going to have to do something. Especially Loma. Tank is 29. Loma 37. Bro, he has zero time. No time. Absolutely no time. And Tank could go to 140. Shakur could go to 140. Keyshawn could go to 140. Loma ain't going to 140. He's cooked. So I don't know what Loma's plan is. He's cooked. Tank 29. He could go to 140. He could stay at 130. He got time. Loma ain't got time. Shakur could go up. Keyshawn could go up. Loma's cooked. He's stuck. He can't go. He ain't got nowhere to go. He got to see one of them. See, we need to see them fight each other. They don't have to fight each other. He has to fight one. He has to fight Tank or Shakur. He has no choice. Tank and Shakur, they ain't got to fight each other right now. see what I'm saying? They ain't got to fight. They got time. They got options. I'm saying Tank is running out of time as far as his fight in November. Oh, this shit just took me the wrong way. That's why I don't like this.
It's Google Maps.
Yeah, on my phone it gives me a clearer. This is why this sometimes he's telling you go this way. It don't give you a clear.
You rather look at it on your phone?
No, I won't look at it here, but. So, Canelo Alvarez, same. Now, Canelo Alvarez is planning to do what Canelo Alvarez is doing with Gervonta thing with David Benavidez' work, man. That's the work. David Benavidez is the mandatory for the winner of Benavidez versus Bivol, right? The mandatory for that. Now Canelo is talking about he wants to fight the winner. Now this is why the politics in the sport of boxing and people like celebrate this quote unquote face of the sport of boxing. That hurts the sport, man. That hurts it hurts the sport, man. Because when you have a person in position of power like Canelo Alvarez, it hurts the sport. It doesn't help the sport. Now Canelo Alvarez, right, talking about he wants to fight the winner, and David is the mandatory for the winner of the fight. Now guess what? Canelo gonna start. Look at that hill up there. See that? Look at that hill up there. So he's the mandatory, but Canelo makes the money. So now you're a prize fighter. You want to fight for the money too. Right? So now Canelo offering the bag. So he come along, he mosey along, and then now he's saying, hey, I'm gonna offer the bag to the winner. Now all of a sudden here come the politics. Now David Beck gotta sit on the shelf, and he gotta wait. And here go the politics, allowing the maneuvering and all of these politics and the shucking and the nonsense begins. I don't want to fight that man, but he don't want to let nasty work. So he don't want to fight Benavidez, right? He don't want to give Benavidez the opportunity. He don't want to fight Benavidez, and he don't want to let him get his opportunity. Politics. Because why? He's in a position of power. Because he's in a position of power where he can be like, hey, you know what? Here's the thing, right? And I got the legacy. Because you beat Canelo, it's a legacy fight. Now, I'm banking on Artur Benavidez ain't going to concede to Canelo Alvarez. But the thing about it is, if Artur Benavidez beats Dimitri Bivol, is he even at that point concerned with anything other than the bag? Look at the phone. At that point in time, is he even concerned with anything other than the bag? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you Artur Benavidez, what else is there for you to fight for other than the bag at this point in time if you beat Dimitri Bivol? So, you beat Dimitri Bivol, now you got an opportunity to fight for the bag. You gonna fight David Benavidez? He don't have a belt. He's not a pay-per-view superstar. Why are you fighting David Benavidez over fighting Canelo? You understand what I'm saying? And here goes the politics. Now, guess what? Instead of Benavidez being able to fight for undisputed belts, guess what? Benavidez starts vacating this belt, vacating that belt. Now, David Benavidez is fighting vacated belt, this belt, and now he ain't the real champion because he ain't beat. There we go. Politic game again. Look, you see?
It's too easy.
Right. Instead of saying straight, it's telling me that. Now I'm over here.
I think you're fine. 280's here.
It's here. So now we back in the bag with politic game because now David Benavidez is going to be blocked by Canelo because David Benavidez don't respect Canelo Alvarez. He don't Canelo Alvarez on a pedestal, and he looks at Canelo Alvarez as his peers, and he look at Canelo Alvarez as no different than himself, a fighter that puts his gloves on like he does, and his boots on like he does, and because Canelo Alvarez don't respect that. Now, Canelo Alvarez is going to use his power, his position of power, to block David Benavidez, right? And now David Benavidez, just only thing he could do is deal with it because all the other people, sanction bodies, and the sport of boxing, the higher ups, they're going to concede to Canelo Alvarez because he brings them the bag. Because he brings the bag. So how again, like I said, having fighters in the quote unquote having these dudes in position of power, right? It works against the fans. It works against legacy. That's why you have people out here high-fiving and chest bumping for specific fighters, right? And not being a fan of the sport of boxing and focusing on their favorite fighter because they infatuated with their favorite fighter. So, he can't do they don't care about the sport. That's why I said these types of fans we go away with. Period. Because they're doing nothing but hurting the sport. It's the only thing they're doing. Like you see the dudes that just came here. Oh well, you just trying to find something to go against Tank. What are you talking about? Donnie D 1984 triple OG. Happy birthday. You turned 70 years old, huh? Happy birthday to you, great brother. Salute to you, triple OG. Donnie D. Happy Earth Day to you, brother. Much love, much blessings to you on your journey, man. King Grayson, what's up, family? So that's why I said, man, these dudes in the sport of boxing, they just hurt. They're hurting the sport. They're hurting the sport. Mo Slaughter, what's up? He said, Blue, Eddie keep lowballing and Boots wants. Exactly. It's politics. Again, Hacks, what's good? Politics hurting the sport of boxing. But all the fans was focusing on is Brian Norman ducking. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. All the fans is talking about it. Brian Norman is ducking. Brian Norman is ducking. Brian Norman is ducking. It's easy to go with the narratives, bro. Brian Norman, he's ducking. He's ducking. He don't want to fight. So Charles Conwell saying the same thing. Is he ducking? Oh, but the difference, they're going to try to justify it. Well, there's a difference. The difference is Conwell wasn't being paid more than what he ever made his entire career. And so they're going to try to justify it some way, somehow. Some sort of justification is going to be attached to it. Well, see, the thing is that he didn't, Charles Conwell, because you don't even know the numbers. You don't know the numbers. So Charles Conwell, his team said that he's being paid, he was offered twice the amount to fight Virgil Ortiz than Eddie Hearn offered him to fight Boots. Nobody says anything. We got to start making this make sense, man. Again, how did that benefit Jaron Ennis? It didn't. David Casa. It didn't. It doesn't benefit Jaron Boots Ennis at all whatsoever. He's losing out. That's what I was trying to explain to people, man. Boots is the one losing out. Brian Norman is 23 years old, just became a world champion, and is with Top Rank. He got way more opportunities at 147 and time at 147 than Boots does. So how does that benefit him? A sacrifice has to be made. That's what I was saying. But people don't listen. They don't listen. What they goes. Just straight up in the intersection.
That's crazy.
Right? So I was saying that this hurts Boots. It doesn't benefit Boots for him not to sacrifice and pay Brian Norman. That's all I was saying. But people miss it. And this is why it's important for us to not have these quote-unquote faces and these dudes in position of power in the sport of boxing, because they're hurting the sport of boxing. They're not benefiting the sport of boxing. They're hurting it. That's what they're doing. But man, I'm about to get off it, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, starting up, holding your boy Blue down. I wanted to chop it up with y'all for a second and talk some boxing, man. But much love to y'all, man, for coming through on NFL Sunday and chopping it up, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all go to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.